Back in Syracuse as the Crunch gets set for their final game of the regular season. It's the third game of the week for the Crunch. Second one against the Rochester Americans. Game number 76 for the Crunch. Here on Countdown to Crunch Time, we're joined by Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Ben, like we said, it's the final game of the season. Third game of the week for the Crunch. A win against Rochester on Wednesday, and then last night, a 2-1 win in overtime against the Utica Comets. What did you see last night?
Well, I really like our effort, like having many new guys in the lineup, 5 new defensemen, a line of new guys that played pretty well. I thought Marino, Pitt, and Bradley had a good game. What I like the most, it's our veterans. Like, thought Archie was good, Verigi was good, Wally was good. Volke had a very good game, so it's good to see that those guys, they go out there. There are only four forwards, regular forwards on our team, and they go out there and play hard, and they're the best forwards on our team. It's good to see that, and again, Eddie was a force for us. So overall, it was a good night for us last night.
And an overtime win for the Crunch, 2-1. And yesterday you had Daniel Walcott as the captain, and he goes out, maybe not what you expected him scoring a goal right away, but he goes out there and scores a goal to give the Crunch a 1-0 lead. How about Daniel Walcott in his first game as captain?
He was inspired, I guess, being the captain. But you know what, Wally, and it's not the first time I mentioned that. I think Wally's been playing pretty well for us the last 2 months. I think he took his game to another level. He's involved physically. His positioning's good. He's now much better on the PK, so he does a lot of good things. And his leadership is known in our room. We all know that his presence in our dressing room, he brings a lot of enthusiasm, and it's contagious in our dressing room, and we like to see that from him. But and you know what, he had 2 other chances, one in OT, so he almost scored another one. So no, he was a leader last night. He is a leader, and he was a very good player for us last night.
And like you said, so many new guys in the lineup for the Crunch, and there was a couple who had been here for a few games throughout the course of the year, and obviously Matt Spencer has been here for most of the season. But with so many new faces in there, it's got to be good for you to see a team that still came out, played very hard, and had a good effort, and ended up getting 2 points.
Yeah, you know what? I think it shows our identity. Like, even though we have many new guys last night, they came in. We have a short meeting with them. We don't want them to learn everything in 10 minutes or in an hour. We want them to play their game, but in a certain way. And I was very pleased with that. Another guy I thought played extremely well last night is Calfoot. You know what? He's more and more. You can see that he's feeling comfortable. He moves the puck quicker. He's more in the rush. So I really like his game. I thought he was our best defenseman last night. So it's good to see a young guy coming from junior, coming at this level, playing against in an hostile building, which is Utica, against an older team, and playing like that. So no, it was a good night for him, and a good night for, like I mentioned, the new guys, but the entire team in general.
And you mentioned Calfoot, and he's obviously a righty shooting defenseman. He plays on the right side. Yeah. Kind of flipped around a little bit yesterday, played on the left side. So to see him on the other side a bit, how was that?
I think it's huge. He told us he was comfortable playing on the left side, but with all the righty we had in our roster last night, he was the only one that can play on the other side. So he did an outstanding job. A lot of poise, no panic in his game. And when he has the puck on his stick, he knows that he's got to make a play. We want him to make plays, so no, it was very impressive to see him play last night.
Crunch beating the Utica Comets last night 2-1, and you talked about Eddie Pasquale a little while ago as well, and another impressive performance for him. He's been so good. What did you see from his game there last night?
Like we've been seeing, like a lot of composure. Battles for every puck. He's always in front of puck. He's solid. He's alert. He's been one of our best players again.
It's the Crunch now with the win last night, a 100-point season.
Yeah.
It's really impressive to see the way this group has come together. It's the last game of the year, and obviously there's still the playoffs to come after this final game this week. But as you kind of reflect back on the course of this season, that is, what has been the most impressive thing or something that stands out for you as a group that has turned around and had a 100-point year?
No doubt in my mind, consistency. I think we had a 4-9-3 start. And then we got better as a team. I think having the presence of Louis Domingue gave us confidence to start. But then the way we played day in and day out, I think that was a difference. We were a healthy group for most part of the year. Then we started getting banged up. We lost players to Tampa Bay. Then we got injuries like the Bourneval, then Herney went up and Cirelli went up and Domingue went up. So we lost many guys, but we hang in there. I think we did a lot of good things day in and day out, and I believe that our consistency at bringing the same game systematically was big for us this year.
And it certainly worked out. A 100-point season. Now the Crunch can go out and try to close out the year tonight against the Rochester Americans. Again, a potential playoff matchup looking at next week, and it's looking more and more likely that could be the matchup. Final game of the season. What do you expect tonight?
Well, same thing as last night, same thing as Wednesday. Like it's we know them, they know us, obviously. We have the same lineup, so we're missing about 10 guys tonight. Olivier Manta is going to have his chance to show what he's got, and so we'll see how it plays out. But for us, it's to play our game and see how it plays out at the end.
Yeah, you mentioned Olivier Manta. He is in net tonight for the Crunch. He'll be the 7th goalie who gets in the Crunch net, which is a franchise record now once he gets in there. What do you hope to see, as you said, as he makes his Crunch debut?
Well, we don't know him much, but we know that he's not a junior guy. He's an experienced guy, and he's got good numbers in the East Coast League. So it's for him to come here and enjoy the night.
All right, looking forward to it tonight as the Crunch wrap up the regular season against the Rochester Americans. Crunch head coach Ben Groulx, presented by Supercuts. Ben, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks.